Well, hi everybody. Welcome back to Caelus City. My name is OPT Lawyer. Joining me on this amazing romp through this hilariously weird city is Norris Champion TGE. Guys, how much candy did you bring with you this time?
I can neither confirm nor deny the amount of candy that I brought, but I will say that I spent several minutes at the store after Valentine's Day getting the 50% off deals.
That's probably a good idea. Actually, I didn't think about
busy.
that. No,
I brought this much.
See, there you go. There you go. All right.
Nor with a bucket list.
Yes, that's a good point, actually. So, I bring that up because last time on Darkness Comes,
We broke OPT, let's be honest.
pretty much, yeah. So, y'all decided, well, I should say, Cal and Sync decided to go check out the Lizard Tribe Citadel, or the Lizard Nation Citadel. Because of reasons, they had a flying invisible car, which was one thing I didn't plan on. But before we got...
Is that the only thing you didn't plan on?
No, I said it was the first thing I didn't plan for. Before that, we had a very touching scene between, Sync and Cal, that Cal is convincing Sync that grades are actually important in school and whatnot, and all that
It was really sweet.
all that good stuff. And then they decided to go headfirst into a nation of lizards attempting to rescue that doctor that you guys met in the second issue, whose name is for some odd reason eluding me at the moment, but I know I wrote it down.
I actually didn't.
Hatford. Dr. Hatford. That's it.
Yes.
Nice.
Suffice to say, when trying to invade the lizard people, we scaled up the danger.
Just a bit. Yeah, that would absolutely qualify as escalating the situation.
Escalating. Yeah.
No, we scaled it up.
Yeah, we scaled it. So, I don't exactly remember all parts of it, but I remember...
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay. Because I remember Cal, basically diving into the place, somehow getting covered in marshmallow. I remember...
I dove into the place in stealth mode, got clipped off of Apollo's candy cannon, and had to cover myself in marshmallow fluff and turn into a misfit Stay Puft marshmallow monster to keep my identity cover.
Yes. Yes, that's what happened. Then Apollo
Because somebody thought it would be a good idea to outfit the Roomba with rockets and a candy cannon.
Wouldn't that have been Cal?
Wasn't
Yes.
my idea, but I loved it.
Right, I was gonna say, that's kind of a Cal problem right there.
Yes, we have the M&M minigun.
Right.
Which worked out pretty well.
You guys also met Darkness. That's what he's called himself anyway. An unknown cloaked character, who basically shot chains out to rescue you guys. Chastised you a little bit, and then was able to continuously text Cal repeatedly, despite Cal never giving him his number and all that other good stuff. I remember Cal threw one of his phones away and then just didn't bother with the next one because okay, never mind, not gonna worry about it. We ended the session, if I remember correctly, with Sync going over to his friend,
Owen.
Owen, right. Friend Owen's house to study for his next exam, which, if I have written down here properly, is English.
Yep, that's correct.
There we go. So, so this is, so this is, issue 5, aptly titled International Tension. On the cover is, those, TV stores, with the TV in the front, and out the window. Well, we see that kind of a scene with just a bunch of nondescript people standing around. And on the screen, which is in the center of the comic book page, is a news program. And there's the anchor there. And then in the corner is what looks like a face, profile picture of a red lizard that looks very, very angry. And there's the headline the headline at the bottom reads basically international tension, because that's where the title is. So, roll credits. So we're gonna. This is, I believe, I'd say would be a Wednesday at this point. If I'm actually keeping track of the days properly, we're gonna start in school. Sync.
Oh, sweet. I wasn't expecting that.
It is your third period English test. I figured I might as well get this out of the way to start.
Oh, okay.
So, you have a move for you, basically, in this.
I do. The studied move.
Well, yeah. So, you study for this test. So, so it says, when you take an exam after studying, roll the label you used to study. Now, if I remember correctly, I think you just did your superior roll, but...
Pretty sure.
Yeah, so...
That's why I usually use for that.
Now, you should have... I remember you got, like, a 10 on that, so you should have something for having...
Because Cal spent team to just send him a reminder text to increase the roll.
Right.
I actually do have... I said +1 against English test. Thanks, Cal.
Right. Yeah, so that's right. On a 10, you can either... So, right, so you have one to hold you can also spend on this exam. So there is the... You can either do the roll and see what you go, or you can use your hold and kind of get, like, somewhere between the +10 and the 7 result.
Huh. Interesting. If you choose not to roll, you get the following result. Which I don't have any conditions, so it's actually not to my benefit to do.
Nope.
So let me see.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's between the 7 and 9, the missed result. That's what that is. So basically, you get a free pass above average.
Right. Well, well, this is the only time to use that hold, so I might as well use it. But I don't want to do the choose not to roll option just because
Well,
like
then,
it wouldn't really
there's
benefit
no point
me.
then use the hold. Like, the hold is the don't roll option.
Okay, so the hold is not a +1 forward?
No.
Gotcha.
The hold is basically you just skip the roll.
Gotcha, okay. I think I'm going to pass on that,
All
then.
right. Roll it up, then.
Yep.
Roll up the rim.
So, rolling superior. Time to fail.
Don't mess up the roll.
All right.
Do I get a +1 at all for this or anything, or not?
I believe that's what the thing said. Yeah, well, hold on.
Well, I studied, so I don't know. I
Yes,
did a different
10,
roll
you
because I
observe,
studied.
hold 1, +1 forward against your roll. Yeah, you have the +1 forward against the roll of the exam.
Okay, so let's rock. Whoosh. What did I get?
10.
Boom at the 10.
10.
Yay!
So you not only aced the exam, you scored the highest in the class. Mark potential, clear a condition, and take +1 forward on your next study roll as you
I
realize
get all
how useful
three.
studying is. Yes. Yes, you are supposed to. It's one of those things you're supposed to spend time studying, and you get bonuses for doing so. But if you have the ability to spend time.
Yeah, that's a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get a mark potential too, which is sweet.
Indeed.
Then cool. I do really well.
So, yep. So,
Hmm.
your test ends.
Dork now.
Right? Your test ends. You turn it in. What do?
I smile smugly at the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, does the teacher have any expectations as I'm walking up to them? Like, do they like have that typical disapproving look? Or...
Oh yeah. I mean, so it's the English teacher. So this one, she's one of those that just expects the best out of it. It sees the good side of everything. Or is just overly optimistic about people. So she looks at you happy, but she as you bring up the test, but she also clearly doesn't expect you to do much more than middle of the road at best.
I mean, middle of the road at best is what I do.
Normally. Is that what you do now?
I feel really confident about this, so as I hand it to her, I gotta give her a wink and, look really confident in myself.
She looks at you like, think you did well this time? Oh my gosh. What is your character's actual first name?
Oh, he calls my Palmer, but he's called, I took out his name! Why have I done this?
I don't know, why would you do that?
Harvard. Palmer.
Harvard Palmer, yes, school!
Right.
Harvard!
Yeah. So, she looks at you like, think you did well, Harvard?
Okay, I'm like, I know it.
Oh, good. Very good. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will, won't we?
Yes? She kind of looks
Yeah.
at you. She looks at you confused at the attitude, but
I'm gonna take my seat now.
look, your thing's done. The
Oh,
class
I
is
can just
over.
go home?
Well, no, this class is over. Remember,
Oh, okay, so it's done.
Yes,
Oh, sweet, then I'm out of there.
right. So, the bell rings and all that good stuff. So, as you're leaving, you run into your friend Owen, who's walking past
Oh.
you.
Oh,
Not run into
sorry.
you, but, just see you and not. It's like,
okay.
Owen's like, Owen's like, oh, hey, Palmer, how'd your test go?
I think I did really awesome.
Great. Good. That's great. Good to hear.
That means I'm probably not gonna get held back.
Hey, that's positive.
Right? Like one test won't do it. But no, yeah, I feel pretty darn good about that. So yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Good. No, absolutely. Apollo, I'm going to ask you this. What is Sync's 4th period class?
Why Apollo?
Because I asked Cal last time.
Oh.
Veterinarian studies.
Veterinarian studies.
So, biology. Gotcha.
Biology. That makes sense.
It depends on where you are. It could be, a
I'm
really
a high
school would
school
have
student.
that.
Yeah, it's a high school.
I mean, marine science was a class my high school offered.
That's true.
Ooh.
So, I mean,
We have marine
and
biology.
considering this is a furry, there's furries in the school, or actual anthropomorphic animals, veterinary studies might actually make sense.
That is a good point.
I think we just call that health class.
Oh, that's correct.
But yes and no, because you have anthropomorphic, but you also have regular animals too. So
Right.
you would have both.
That's true. You have to learn about the regular biology, and then you have to learn about health. I think that makes sense.
So veterinarian studies, got it.
Which you guarantee Sync took just to try and get a free credit.
Oh yes, clearly,
It's my sleeping class.
right?
Yes.
So Owen looks at you and is like, so because you guys are friends, he's like, so you how's your veterinarian studies class going? By the way, never took that. Never really thought it'd be interesting, but is it?
Oh, it's so easy. I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe next semester. Hey, I'm probably not going to see you after the end of school today. They need me at the computer lab like for the rest of the day because the teacher's out, and since I'm the head of the computer club, they figure I should be down there to watch over everything. So it also means I'm gonna have to stay after to kind of close up the lab. So I probably won't get to hang out with you at the arcade after school.
I was finally gonna get you to go to the arcade.
We'll have time. Don't worry about it, right?
Yeah.
But if anyone asks, I mean, the teachers are supposed to know. But if our science teacher asks, at the end of the day, or a chemistry teacher asks at the end of the day, just let her know that I'm in the computer lab. But she should know by then.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't know, that's their problem.
Right. Well, the thing is, it could be my problem if they don't know, because then I'll get marked absent or something.
Right. You wouldn't want that.
No.
But yeah, sure. I got you covered.
Cool. Thanks, bro. He pats you on the shoulder, and he just kind of walks off.
Enjoy your computers.
Oh, I will. So,
Well, off to my free period then.
that's next period.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Right. All right, so turning the page. Cal? Apollo. It's morning-ish. What are you guys doing?
What are you doing, Apollo? What are we doing this time? Let's see, so last time we were fencing.
Interpretive dance.
Done. So the first comic panel we see of Cal is in this probably a size and a half too small leotard, trying to do interpretive dance with Apollo sitting there being like, "No, that's not how you do it. No."
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
And of course, it's being live streamed.
Well, not only that, but you have an audience of cats also in the lab still, because they haven't left. Including
We fed
Athena.
them.
She's still there. She just looks confused. In fact, all of the cats look confused.
The question is, does Cal know that he's being streamed? Or does he just suspect it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm asking Paula.
Okay.
Evens or odds?
Oh, odds.
He doesn't know.
He just suspects it, okay. So yeah, we just hear da 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 da.
Start over from the top. It's wrong.
Okay, is the two sizes constricting skin tight wrestling singlet necessary?
Well, you ordered it 2 sizes too small. And 2, yeah.
I didn't order it at all.
That's not what the shipping label says.
I'm going to change out your tuna with imitation crab.
You wouldn't.
Try me and see.
So
Fine.
Athena goes over and kind of nudges you, Apollo, and goes, "Does he actually like you?"
Depends on the day.
Oh. Is this a day where he does or doesn't?
Hard to tell yet.
Okay. Was it Bruce? The leader cat of the gang of other cats?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Bruce is over there kind of like, he was watching you guys, sort of, and now he's kind of with his gang, kind of getting him, like, exercising a bit. As they're actually doing, like, because Apollo's been teaching them, so now they're doing, like, cat squats.
Just like,
Cat squats, yes. It's like squats.
There's like an army of cats just in sync doing squats.
Yes.
And it's adorable and frightening at the same time.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
So, it's only like 4 or 5, but still, that's his gang. So, during all of this, Cal, you hear like a little message beep come on your computer, like you've got an email or something like that.
Don't mind me and my random chuckling. But he's gonna walk over, and we don't see it on the comic panel. But the poor cats have to deal with the fact that this is a 2 sizes too small leotard, and it's definitely there's definitely some butt cheek being shown.
Which, when he turns around, 1, Apollo immediately hits the button to kill the stream, and 2, coughs up a hair.
TOS, TOS, TOS!
Oh, I hope that didn't violate the terms, and I'll take my Twitch down for 3 days, and I'll have to scream, and oh, it'll be unfortunate. And then they'll give it back to me, and I'll body paint again.
The next comic panel is a flashback of Apollo body painting the first time, if it not going very well, but hilarious nonetheless.
So is it really Apollo body painting, or is it Apollo dipping his claws into finger paint, attempting to paint Cal, and there being just scratches everywhere?
I was thinking more along the lines of dipping his paws into paint and just like throwing it against the wall or paper randomly, but that could work too.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing.
Yeah.
So, what's the email? Like, keep in mind, Cal is still doing this in the leotard.
Right. Well, the email has no subject title, and it actually has no email address it was sent from. But when you open it, it basically asks, "Are you home?" And it's signed Darkness.
Home, yes. Presentable, no.
So, at that point, when you send that, it takes a few moments, but your screen actually turns black for a moment, and then appearing on your screen is a digitized version of Darkness. It just kind of shows up on your screen. Despite the fact that it's in the computer, it looks like he's looking directly at you. And he says, "Oh, okay, yeah, I could, yes. Sorry, hi."
Hi, that's me, and that's me. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Turn this head away. Okay, sorry, but I really needed to talk to you though, and I thought this would be the perfect time to do so. Jeez. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I wanted to introduce myself properly. I think. And
I did warn you I wasn't presentable.
You did. You know, and I didn't think you meant. Why are you in a? You know what? Whatever you do during your free time is none of my business.
If you want the real answer, I let the cat convince me to do interpretive dance.
Watch FOD later. So, because I feel like we got off on the wrong foot the other day, and I wanted to see if I couldn't help clear up the air a bit. By the way, your cat's
Wrong foot, you said.
Yes.
I think it's more than the wrong foot. I'm pretty sure we're on a completely different dance floor.
Okay.
Oh, so you want a salsa next time?
I didn't assault you.
Extra spicy with lime chips.
Okay. If you're wondering how I'm able to do this, I have a bit of magic that I can use. I think they call it technomancy. That's how I was able to find your phone, and how I've been able to send all of you guys messages.
Everything so far has been cryptic. And look where it's gotten us all.
Yeah, I had to be, because I didn't actually know I could do this. He points to himself with this. Like, this is actually something I decided to just try. I can tell you right now, it feels a little taxing.
Then find a place to meet so you're not taxing yourself and you're not looking like the weird treasure chest monster from Paper Mario 2.
Does it look that bad?
I'm pretty sure the next thing you're going to do is tell me I can roll myself up into a tube and slide between grates.
Ooh, I want to see this.
Can you do that? No.
Do I look like I have the powers of 2 dimensions?
Well, no. No, you're right. We need a place to meet. Where can we do that that's safe and secure?
I mean, I have one place, and you're already halfway in it.
Okay. Fair.
You have any better places? I'm all ears.
Well, the place is pretty secure, I guess. Yeah. All right. I'll meet you there this afternoon. I've got some news for you.
Fun.
And at that, the screen just like goes black again, and then like pops back up to the window you were looking at before. The email you had opened suspiciously now just gone.
Takes out his camera. Don't look half bad.
What?
Snaps a selfie.
Oh. Nice. All right. So
you didn't need to take a selfie. I've got evidence.
That's true. So, Paul, you said you stopped streaming, right?
I did
Do
when
you
he
have
turned around.
Right. Do you have your TV on?
Not a TV. I'd have a computer where the stream was from, but I'm not paying attention to it anymore.
Right. Yeah, never mind.
I hit the I hit the button on the tablet to turn it off. I wasn't actually looking.
Right. All right. No, never mind. Alrighty. So, is there anything anybody wants to do until before this afternoon hits?
Change out of the spandex.
Okay.
Get out
So
of school.
Apollo's having the kitty brigade
Yes.
clean the lab.
Oh, okay.
Spring cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
or
Apollo
Deep
doesn't
cleaning.
want his tuna messed with.
my tuna.
All right.
As soon as Cal realizes what's happening, he's just gonna look, nod, and then head out, and he's gonna go pick up some fresh fish.
Oh. So where do you go for this?
Just a local fishmonger.
Alrighty. Do you drive there, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah, he drives there and goes and visits a gentleman who goes by the name of Old Briny.
Old what?
Old Briny.
Briny. Okay. As
No
in
one
what?
actually knows his real name. That's not it, but everyone just calls him Old Briny, so
Right.
it's Old Briny.
Like in the Briny Deep or whatever?
That's the joke.
Yep. Alright. So, we're not into Old Briny. He's got his... What is this a shop or a stand, or what is this?
Old Briny's Fish Market in Taqueria.
Okay. And what?
Taqueria.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Tacos or
It's
something?
a taco joint.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fresh fish tacos.
Nice.
oh, sweet.
Yeah, Old Briny's Fish Market in Taqueria.
Nice. So, he's got his, he's doing his thing behind the counter or whatever, chopping up fish and cutting them up, filleting them for customers, or just selling them whole and whatever. And what do you do?
Just walk up and be like, "What's on special?"
What's on special, you ask? Well, we've got... Let me see. Ooh, yes. He pulls out this beautiful-looking large salmon. Just puts it down. Unisex salmon. Very rare.
Briny, it's me. Why are you giving me the full sales pitch?
You asked what was on special.
Yeah, I don't need the very rare and all the other anecdotes that go with it. Come on. This is me.
I don't know. I have to pitch the very... Well, it's not just for you. It's all the other customers who can hear you, too, He winks.
Nothing on the crazy level of special. I lost a bet to a cat.
Oh. Well, puts the unisex salmon away and he pulls out, let's see, what would he have?
Actually, you know something? I think I know what I want.
Oh, what do you want?
I think I want something that the cat doesn't have.
Oh, what's this?
Got any soul?
I have just the thing for you. Pulls out a couple of soulfish for you. Wraps them all up nice. Like, do you want them whole? You want them filleted? What do you want?
Oh, filleted into appropriately cat-sized pieces.
All right. So takes out his butchering knives and whatnot and starts doing that. And behind him, you see a television set that's on the news channel. And it's muted right now, but you definitely see a news story going on with that red lizard's face in the corner. You didn't see him, but he does look like he would have been in that tribe. And you see the headline, International Tensions Rise. But it's muted, and the old Bridie's clearly not paying attention to it.
Brownie, you care if I turn the volume up on that?
Huh? Sure, go ahead. They've been talking about the same thing all day. I get kind of sick of hearing about it.
He knows where Brownie reaches over, grabs the remote, click,
right.
puts it back.
So the news story is going on about how the anchor's, you know what? I'll just do this. The anchor's sitting there like, so yeah, reports are coming out of the Lizard Nation, that they are claiming they were attacked by somebody of Caelus City. They don't know who it is, but they're basically saying that their treaty with our nation's off, and tensions are, or that aggressiveness is going to start, which, if that's the case, that hasn't been that way in over 100 years. And he looks at another pundit and whatnot, and like, yeah, well, you know, we're sure we can talk to these people and figure out whatever they say happened. I don't think anyone really believes the story about somebody jumping in there with marshmallow all over them. Then they
Cal looks down.
But the story goes on, and basically what's happening is the lizard tribe is basically saying whatever agreement we've had, non-aggression pact we've had, is now gone, and they are amassing their armies. But the people from the Caelus City are basically saying that, oh, it's not gonna happen. There's no way they would do something like that. So the political people don't think anything's gonna happen.
Cal just has this look of, crap, I might have just started a war.
So old Robbie finishes packaging up everything, and he's got it all nice. He looks real proud at it. He's got his up, and he hands it to you, and he quotes you a price and whatever. And
Cal can easily take care of that.
Right? Yeah. Whatever. And he smiles and thanks you, and as you leave, he clicks the thing back on mute because he's like, gets sick of hearing about it.
Tooth and so yeah, I realized like, oh, I'm not doing anything. So Cal puts the fish back in, gets in the car, activates the Bluetooth, and then looks at the time. Realizes it's right about lunchtime. Realizes it's right about sleepy time for Sync.
Sleepy time?
Sleepy time, what? Oh, right.
Veterinary studies.
Right.
Sleepy time, and then just sends a text message that says, now would be a good time for a litter box break.
Sync's phone's gonna vibrate. And it'll wake him up. But he'll kind of look at it. And he'll, give a very simple text saying, for the last time, I'm not a cat.
I'd send that to my parents, too.
Fair enough. So, Sig's going to look up, see what's going on in class,
Oh,
and then he's going to...
Yeah, the teacher's just talking about, Oh...
He doesn't care.
No,
It's
it
okay.
doesn't matter.
Uh,
Anatomy. There you go.
Yes.
He's
so
gonna
you measure. So you measure from the butt to the tip of the tail.
Right.
Anyway, he's gonna like do his whole thing where he like raises his hand, and he's just
Yes, Mr. Palmer.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So
He gives you a hall pass.
sweet. Thanks. Bye.
Hurry back.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, the
So he
teacher
takes-
knows this is an easy class and doesn't overly care.
That's nice of him. He
Yeah.
knows what he's teaching.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just there because he's got tenure and gets paid ridiculous to do nothing.
Oh, I've
Exactly.
known those professors.
Yes.
Yes,
But
Professor P.R. Lloyd.
As Sig is walking to
Furloin.
Right.
the bath,
I got it.
I didn't until just now. As Sig is walking to the bathroom, he's going to actually get on his phone, and he's going to text Owen. He's going to text him real quick saying, so what are the odds I can get you to ditch the computer lab stuff?
Text back. For how long?
I don't know, about as long as it takes to play, like, Time Splitters 5 at the arcade.
Text back. I can't really leave, but... Well... Hold on. He texts back. Yeah, sure, where are you?
I mean, after school, but...
Oh, okay, that's no problem.
Yeah, like, you can ditch the computer lab thing, we'll just go play at the arcade anyway. You'll be back in plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, if it's after school, I'm no problem. I can clean up real fast. It'll take me about 5 minutes.
He texts back? Sweet. Okay, then he's finally, when he gets to the bathroom, he probably wouldn't actually go. Actually, no, it's private enough. He goes to the bathroom, looks around, makes sure there's nobody there, before he starts texting with Cal.
Okay.
What's up?
Your phone starts ringing.
As I said before, what's up?
I'm sending you a link to a news report.
Jeez, I'm learning enough today.
We may have caused an international incident.
How did we do?
And then you get the news report.
I almost don't need to read this now. So I guess we're still on the phone as he's looking through the report. But yeah, he'll skip through it.
Yeah, and the report basically is and everything was fine, and then the Lizard Nation attacked.
Well, they haven't attacked.
But no,
yet.
it's we're getting full Avatar here, but basically it's one of those things where that, and of course this is like, everyone's trying to everyone wants to name things and all that. So for some strange reason, this is being referred to as the Stay Puft incident.
Yes.
I'm sure you're proud.
He is too.
Well, I did ask you before we did it if what we did would make me a criminal in both that nation and this one, and I guess the answer was yes.
The answer is they don't know who it was, and if anyone, they're talking about me. So technically, you're not a criminal.
I still helped you, but you're right. Nobody knew I was there, so technically I wasn't.
I mean, and let's be
Even
honest.
so.
If that was you, you would still be trying to get the marshmallow out of your fur.
You're not kidding. But even so, this is bad.
Yeah.
Are
Also,
we responsible for this?
no. Signs point to this is just the excuse because they were messing up anyway. That's just the excuse they're using.
That part I know, yes.
Are we responsible for it? No. Are we going to be scapegoated? As long as we don't get caught. However, whatever plans you had this afternoon, cancel them.
splitters! 5! It's the 5th one! It came after 4!
Harvard, you and I both know that that franchise
Don't
went
call
down
me that.
after 3.
It was the best one, but still. Fine. Whatever.
I'm just saying that our mutual chain-wielding, phone-hacking friend is going to be coming to my cupcake place, if you know what I mean,
Oh, I know what you mean.
and wants to meet everybody.
Well, I'm sure we'll learn absolutely nothing concrete.
Oh, probably. I just want all the guns here, just in case everything goes down crazy.
Right.
And there's only so much you can do to bribe a small army of cats with soul.
That's a good point. Usually need some rap.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, most of them are going to be fine. It's the redheaded cat I'm worried about.
all right, fine. I'll be there and I'll cancel my plans.
Why do you sound so disappointed?
Because I was actually going to get to hang out with my friend for once. Do you know how long I've been trying to egg him on to go to the arcade with me? He's been willing to go, play chess and watch movies about chess. I'm tired of chess.
I forgot about
So,
that.
are you saying that I'm rooking you?
Oh.
I'm just a pawn in your game, Cal. I'll be there after school. Goodbye. Click.
Hold on. He sends you a text back. If you want to be filled in, I can fill you in. If you would like to stay and go to the arcade, I can't stop you.
So Zeke looks at the phone, and he starts typing out a message, and then he doesn't finish and puts the phone back in his pocket.
Oh, I got ghosted.
He's got to think about it for a while. He goes back to class to sleep on the issue.
So, I need to know one thing. What's happened in my lab in this whole time I've been gone, Apollo?
So, cats don't necessarily understand what cleaning is. We lick ourselves, but we don't So, everything that we determined was mess was stuffed in the closet. Much like a 7 to 10-year-old kind of would. The room's clean.
Yep. Which closet?
All of them.
Of course. This is going to be lovely the first time he opens anything. Still hasn't figured out how to weaponize the Easy Bake Oven yet.
It's just got a light bulb. That's it.
Need a more powerful light bulb.
Right, exactly.
So Cal was gone for probably about an hour and a half, and comes back and at least initially is extremely impressed with the cleanliness level of the lab, and then just gives up. I'm not going to whistle loudly because there are people who are trying to sleep in this house.
No worries. So the other cats come running out. Well, Thena's looking for Apollo.
Where's Apollo?
Sitting on the lab table.
Theta joins you.
Yes.
She just knows it's against you.
Okay, so who's been a good kitty?
Apollo raises his hand. It's clean.
Who else has been a good kitty?
All the other cats.
They helped.
Yeah. All the other cats kind of raise a paw up.
You didn't bring enough
And you
fish,
know-
did you?
pulls the bag from behind him. It's literally 2 whole fish that have been filleted.
Oh yeah. There's.
We know what good kitties get, don't we? Apollo, what do good kitties get?
Usually flogged for being too good.
Good kitties get fish. Who wants some fishies? Who wants some fishies?
So you now have this horde of cats just
Meowing.
rubbing on your leg. No. Cats are aggressive. They're meowing and rubbing on your leg forcibly, trying to get the fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caelus stepping over them to get to the lab table to put the fish out on plates for them.
Right.
Again, these are perfectly filleted sizes for cats.
Yep. Old Bridie's good at his job.
There's a reason he's been in business for 40 plus years.
Absolutely.
Still don't know why he thinks he needs a taqueria. As Cal puts the rest of the bag of stuff in there. Still don't know why he needs a taqueria. Takes a bite of a fish taco.
Right, exactly.
Because you can't go to Old Bridie's and not get a fish taco.
Exactly. They're like included in every purchase practically.
Basically.
Okay. So, the cats are eating fish because they're happy. They're happy cats eating fish.
Until the fish is done.
Yeah,
and then
they're just
and then they're cats again.
right.
So they're probably asleep.
Right. They do thank Cal. They thank you for that since you can understand them with the whole translation program thing in the lab, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they thank you, and then they all like kind of go to different corners of the room or the lab and just kind of fall asleep. Except Althea. She keeps next to Apollo.
Do I need to give you 2 a minute?
No.
Yes?
No.
I'll be in the back lab.
Oh.
She leans over and nuzzles your head.
Do you ever... Personal bubble here.
What's a bubble?
Apollo just lays down dejected at this point.
She lays down next to you. Just kind of relaxes. Well, my owner's going to be gone for a while, so I'm going to be all lonely. So I figured I might as well just stay right here if that's okay.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Oh, good. She snuggles closer to you. Yeah.
Apollo just lays there, awake, annoyed, just there.
We get comic book panel shots of Cal like whipping up a brownie recipe, pouring it into cupcake tins, putting it in the ovens in the back lab, and then sneaking out a back door into the backyard, comes up to the window on the lab, one he knows by where Apollo and Athena are cuddling, and just sort of get the slow head creep up. He looks down at both of them and just goes, and barks.
And Althea kind of jumps onto her feet.
He ducks down before he can be seen.
Apollo just slowly kind of looks the window and just goes back to sleep.
He runs back in the back door so he can pull his cupcake brownies out of the oven.
Tina looks around confused for a bit, and then she just lays down again next to Apollo and gets actually now scooches even closer because she's shaking a little.
Cal in the back room may at this point be turning on the lab-wide speaker system. And we just hear, and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon.
So,
And when that's done, we get a little cat scratch fever.
Apollo at this point wakes up, goes over to a drawer, pulls out a pair of earplugs designed for cats, and goes back to sleep.
oh, that means he won't hear Athena whispering sweet nothings into his ear. So, unless you have anything else you'd like to do, time moves on. Sync, it's the end of the day.
Alrighty, so as we get to that part and we go to the end of the day, we actually can see a series of panels throughout the Sync's classes in the day, where he has one where he's typing in okay and then deletes it. The other where he types in it's no, Time Splitter's 5, then deletes it. Then another one where he types in okay and then he stares at it. Send. And then he texts Owen immediately and says, something came up, can't make it. Sorry, man.
Actually, before you can send that, you get a text from Owen saying, hey, man, something's come up. I can't make it.
So, Sync immediately texts back saying, we had all these plans together and you're going to bail on me. Next time that we make plans, you're going to stick to them, right?
Sorry, man, family emergency.
It's fine, I understand. But next time, okay?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Next time.
Yep. Bye. Oh, yeah, so that's taken care of. So Sync's ready to
TTYL.
go.
Talk to you later.
So, yeah, Sync's ready to go. So, end of the day, he'll make his way over to, he called it the cupcake place?
Which is his lab.
Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, Sync goes immediately to his lab.
Well, when you get out of school, you'll notice that there is a car waiting for you. No driver, just the car.
Okay, wasn't expecting this. You know what? Actually, I'll dig this. So yeah, Sync will get into the car, feeling all fancy and slick as he slides into the passenger side. Just kind of lay back and say, what's around the block?
You hear, driver's seat.
Oh, right, driver's seat. Shuffle, shuffle. He gets in the driver's seat.
As soon as you click the buckle, the car takes off.
Jerk. I figured I wasn't going to fly it anyway. I didn't get too excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing the car's taking him back to your lab?
Yeah, just faster than public transport.
It's really good you had him sit in the driver's seat, because otherwise I was thinking about a role that was going to be utilized here to see if you got pulled over or not.
Aw.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
You think of everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
I was legitimately about to ask, how are you going to pull this off without a driver? I know the car.
You watch.
I know the car's auto operated, but that's kind of suspicious. But whatever. Anyway, all right. So you make it to Cal's place.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, make it to Cal's place. I teleport out of the car and walk casually out of one of the closets. What did I discover?
If you casually walk out of one of the closets, as you open the closet, are you opening the closet door with you?
Yes. Because I teleported inside the closet to make a cool entrance.
Then we have to wait until Apollo gets back because that's on him.
Yep.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, we just get a quick cut to Cal in the back lab, which is really just the kitchen. He just refers to it as the back lab.
Right.
And he is currently frosting these brownie cupcakes with buttercream.
Ooh. You're making me hungry now.
Yeah.
Well, we determined that my chemistry brain was mostly chemistry with a dash of gastroenterology.
Right.
A dash of it.
A dash. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
So yeah, he's you see a different batch of cupcakes. You see you see a tray of 6. It's got like the spread, like just actually spread out with a knife, and he just looks and goes, nah. Then you see another 6 that have been. He's piping on the cream, which is very hard with buttercream.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, he has got all of these different. There's strawberry frosting, there's strawberry buttercream, there's chocolate buttercream, there's
Jeez.
regular buttercream. But Apollo, what happens to Sink as he teleports into the closet and opens the door to leave it?
So beakers. What else? Roombas.
Roombas.
A Bunsen burner or two.
Yeah, just random lab equipment, personal protective equipment, all that stuff. Just falls out and is all over him and all over the floor.
Huh. Cal, you have a mess you have to clean up.
Also, real quick, odds or evens
Who are you
For
asking?
who?
from the guy who fell into the lab equipment.
Oh, that's I'm gonna say evens.
Lucky for you, this wasn't the closet where they put the chemical dyes.
Thanks.
All the other cats in there look around like, aw, you made a mess again.
Cal just walks out, looks at the cats, then slowly turns his head to Apollo.
Yes.
You know better.
I just told them to put it up, and they put.
They all look at you, Cal, like, yeah, we put it in the closet just like Apollo said to.
I need the keys.
What? Oh. Oh. Here.
So he takes the Roomba keys and hits a button, and it goes into autopilot and starts cleaning the glass shards off the floor for its actually intended purpose. And
Jeez.
hands the keys back to Apollo.
Why do you have people clean stuff up for you when you can do that?
I didn't know they were doing it.
I didn't know that that's what that was for.
There's multiple buttons either that would do around here. We're going to keep it that way.
So is this Shadows guy here yet, or not?
If not, you just gave him a perfect segue to enter.
Exactly. So,
Oh.
Cal says that in character.
yeah. So, he actually, yeah. So, again, your computer kind of like the monitor seems to shut off, and this time, almost like he's digitizing outside of your computer. Darkness just kind of appears in your lab, like right in front of your computer, and then your
Whoa.
computer turns back on.
I did not know he could do that.
Okay. And so
I don't think he knew he could do that.
So he looks, and he's completely covered, like, hood, everything. He's got gloves on. There's no way for you to tell who or what he is. And he looks around immediately. He's like, "Whoa! I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that's cool."
Cal just looks over and smiles at Sink.
Really weird too. Ugh.
Oh, before we get started, he runs back into the lab, comes back out with 2 trays full of brownie cupcakes.
I knew there was a reason I came here.
Oh.
And there's also a batch that is no chocolate for the cats.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Those are the Blondie cupcakes.
Ooh. So yeah, Sink starts shoveling some of those cupcakes in right away. And I'm only taking 3.
Take the paper off.
I'll get that later.
Looks at Darkness cupcake. Those are made with dark chocolate.
Oh.
Thanks, but and he actually reaches for one of the blonde ones. Like, I can't eat chocolate.
Okay, fair.
Wow, you got a tragic backstory.
Very.
Or he's a cat.
Yeah. So.
Are you a cat? Apollo, can you sniff him? Tell me if he's a cat.
You can't tell.
No, he's not.
You can't tell. So, let's see. So, a good place you got here.
So also important that you got to come here yourself instead of just like doing what you usually do and sending stuff through text and pictures with no explanations.
Oh, because I figured I could do this. It's weird. I was trying to be cryptic before because I didn't want to give away much if they were listening, but since I'm here, I could talk a little more freely. God, that was weird. Sorry.
Hold on. Lab, initiate one-room protocols. And you just hear... We're in full panic room mode at this point.
I
Right.
hate when you do that.
Does this happen often?
It's as secure as I can make it.
Oh, it's fine. I was just... He said he hated it when he did this, so I was curious if that meant you... Whatever. Anyway.
Mostly it's because somebody, and I'm not going to mention any names, steps on buttons they shouldn't when they're trying to climb the wall.
I'm sorry.
It's his fault, yeah.
What's up with all the cats?
You offer one of them one bite of tuna,
Oh, yeah.
and the next thing you know, you're Pied Pipering your way to a small feline army.
Yeah. Anyway, so he walks over to your computer and he just kind of puts his hand on the monitor, and suddenly just pictures just appear on it. One of which you've seen already. It's that picture of a hard drive that looks like a hard drive from your guys' security system. He looks at you and says, I think I know where this is.
My hard drive.
Yeah. Someone's got it, but it's not the lizards.
So this goes to more than just one, then.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still learning information. Someone else is involved, but I'm not sure why. And I'm not sure why this seems important, but it's being guarded. And that means something, normally.
Wait, guarded by who?
Well, what I mean is it's in a secure place. Like, this is not specifically being guarded, but it's in a vault, so to speak.
Right. But like you talked about like a third party, like people who are who else would even be bothered getting involved? Like you figured out the whole thing with the lizard tribe, they're the guys who was using your compound, right?
Someone who stands to benefit from full-scale war.
Yeah. Could be. As I said, unfortunately, I'm still trying to figure that out. But I have an address for this place.
Yeah, that's going to be a no.
Oh.
The last time we went into a place, I'm not sure if you've seen the news recently, but we may be responsible for an international incident.
Yeah, well, this is in Caelus City, so there's that.
Right. But it's probably still some place that we're not supposed to be, right?
Well, I figure
No.
maybe there's something on this hard drive worth. I mean, something's on this hard drive that's worth something to someone. And if you're telling me the
or
lizard,
something to me.
right? If you're telling me those lizards are using whatever compound, I don't know what you're talking about actually. But if the lizards are using something like that, maybe this will shed some light on it. I don't know.
Wait a second. I have one really big question.
Yes.
Who and what are you? Like, are you a government agent? Are you some sort of vigilante superhero? Like, what exactly is your deal?
Looks over at you and says, I was captured by the lizard tribe recently and experimented on just once. That's what gave me these powers. Well, I already had the technomancy powers, but that's what gave me these. And he holds out his hand, and like a chain just kind of shoots out of his hand, wraps around his own like wrist, almost like a really cool like whip accessory kind of thing before it disappears. Those I got from them.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, except that it's also killing me, apparently.
But it looks cool, at least.
Yes.
But fine, okay. So, you escaped,
I didn't escape. They let me go.
and why?
Well, because whatever they wanted to figure out was going to work. Either didn't work or it did work. Either way, I'm apparently dying, so what would be the point? If I go attack them, I'm just going to use up whatever time I've got left.
Right, but you're also informing people who aren't currently dying.
Yeah, do you know how many people actually believe me?
Probably not many.
I don't even think you two do, and you three do, and you're the only three that even talk to me. Sorry.
Cats are people, too.
Yes, they are. I keep forgetting you're here. You're down there.
Apollo now jumps up and gets on the ledge like at eye level with him, and is just sitting there staring at him.
He reaches up and scratches your.
Ooh, yeah, right there. Right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Don't stop.
He doesn't.
No, I'm done with.
Okay.
Look. Here's the thing. Is people don't release experiments into the world, whether they're dying or not, unless they have a reason to. So my bet is that they have some way of tracking everything you're doing, or at least the biologicals behind it.
Well, they might have if I didn't find their tracker in my bloodstream. Grades.
That's the thing.
Not you and Steve Graves. Technomancer, remember? It was kind of easy.
Did they know you were a Technomancer?
Nope.
Huh. Wait a second, how was that easy, but you, like, moving through computer screens was hard?
I've never done it before.
Huh.
I'm just learning these things.
How old are you again?
16.
What?
What?
You're a kid?
Yeah? So are you.
I mean, yes, but... You're being all dark and mysterious and such. I think you're just some crusty old guy.
Is this every kid's dream? Superhero? This is mine, anyway.
No. Some of us just want to save the people closest to us.
I know what you mean. Look, you don't have to believe me, and you don't even have to go after this if you don't want. I thought you might like to know. And maybe there's something on here that'll help you link those lizards to whatever it is you were talking about, and maybe maybe if you expose them, it'll slow them down or something. I don't know.
Politics isn't my game.
But it's mine. Oh, wait. Not politics.
Politics,
Politics,
not
yeah.
politics.
Oh, my bad.
Politics are what I have to check you for every fall.
So, darkness, right?
Yes.
So you said you know where this hard drive is?
I have an address. I don't know where it is in the building, but I have an address, and said I know it's in a vault, so... Or at least some kind of locked area, so it can't be that hard to find.
So why can't you get in there?
Well... Their security is really high, and my abilities, while nice, aren't exactly that great. Let's just say I was able to get into his computer because this firewall's a lot easier than theirs.
I find that kind of hard to believe.
Why would you find that hard to believe?
Because it's Cal. He's got like 1 billion security locks whenever on his computer,
He's also
right?
a chemist.
I'm also a chemist. However, that doesn't mean I don't have ideas.
No.
Where is this address? What is this location?
So he writes it down and hands it to you. It's in the warehouse district, but it's one of these buildings that you would have sworn was just abandoned. You've not heard of anything actually being in there as far as business-wise or whatnot. As far as you know, this building is supposed to just not have anything in it. And yet no one's ever done anything with it.
Okay, I have an idea.
You have an idea.
I have an idea.
Is it going to make us criminals again?
No.
Ah.
He looks over at Darkness. You can upload yourself into anything digital.
I don't know about uploading. I was in front of a computer when I talked to you earlier.
Your ability to upload yourself into something digital is key to this plan working.
Ugh. What do you mean?
The firewalls are there to prevent people from the outside from getting in.
Right.
But what if you're already inside when you upload yourself?
Like inside the building?
Yeah.
Hell, I could try.
Goes over the desk and pulls out a secure flash drive.
Nice.
We download you into this. And then he looks at Apollo. You get to do your least favorite thing ever. How's your stray cat vibe doing these days?
Darkness kind of like looks at it, kind of shrugs like, I guess I could try. I haven't done that before.
You never know until you do.
We do a test run here. We plug the drive in. You try and upload yourself into it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we come up with a new plan.
Oh, geez, we get to practice. That's a new for us.
Except for you're like, wait, you guys don't practice?
I mean, I do.
I'm a cat.
We were fencing the other day.
He, so Darkness pulls his cloak back just a bit and reveals his own rapier and says, oh, really? Maybe someday you
Ooh,
and
a
I...
challenge.
No, just maybe someday you and I need to have a nice little sparring match. Regardless. Alright, plug it in, give it a try.
Plugs in the USB drive.
Darkness looks over at you and is like, okay, if this even works, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay in one spot like that for a while, so...
Maybe it'll be like a Pokeball. It's nice and comfortable.
He looks over at Sync and just kind of sighs, and you see him, like, he walks over and touches the computer monitor, and you see him digitize and just, like, seems like he goes into the monitor, and then, like, you get, like, this weird little, like, spark that kind of goes from the monitor to the computer and into the flash drive.
Did it work?
Cal is going to properly go to the computer and hit safely remove hardware. Poof!
You don't have to because it pops up on your computer and it's already ready to go.
What?
Like, because Darkness did it as he's going through.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good. Now we've got this out of the way. We have our own personal hacker and a USB drive. Who wants fish?
I can go for some.
There's some in the fridge.
Ah.
It's fresh. I had old Briny cut it this morning.
Oh, sweet.
Get some rice.
I mean, you gotta cook it first, right? Like,
He goes back over, goes to a different computer. Basically, he goes to Apollo's streaming rig, plugs the USB drive back in.
So you get that same kind of bolt, like lightning shock kind of, electric shock kind of thing. It goes out of the USB drive up through the monitor, and then digitizing in front of you is darkness again as he goes, oh, okay. That was weird.
but you did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Just we need to be really fast. I don't know if I can do that for much longer than like 20 minutes.
So, hypothetically, what would happen if you, like, did stay in there longer than 20 minutes and that thing?
Sink, did you ever read those old Animorphs books?
I actually did not.
Basically, they had a thing where they could touch an animal, transform into an animal. But if they stayed in the form too long, that became their permanent form.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Oh,
I played the game. It was pretty bad.
You only played the game after watching that horrible run, or whatever that fundraiser was. Some key or something. I don't remember who it was. It was awful.
it was done pretty fast, though.
Fortunately for all of us.
Yes, Apollo keeps wanting to go, and I keep telling him they don't have pet cards.
No.
Also, can anyone tell me why yesterday in the mail I got a royalty check in Apollo's name stamped from Bay City?
Search me. I don't go to that place. It's bad news.
Apollo, when did you have a chance to go to the West Coast?
I didn't.
Okay, then.
I can't. I don't know.
So, if you stayed inside this USB drive, like, you'd be stuck in there?
Well, that or I would just pop out and, like, the thing would just shatter.
Gotcha. Huh. Okay, so yeah, that's bad. So we can do this in 20. We're fast enough.
Okay. Might be able to stretch it to 30, but just don't go too long.
I think the better option right now is to not stuff anybody into a drive, and let's go take a look at what we're dealing with down at the docks in the warehouse. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the warehouse district that is, in fact, down by the water, yes?
Correct.
Excellent. Apollo, which closet did you stuff the fishing rods into?
He points to one. I think it's that one.
You all might want to stand back.
Yeah.
He goes, it opens in, and shields himself with the door. What falls out of this one?
Nothing, surprisingly. Though when you open the door, you do see that comical cartoon. Everything's just crammed in there, and the minute you try to pull one thing out, everything is going to fall.
Oh no. It's like stuffed.
It's the worst thing of Jenga ever.
This is totally the worst game of Jenga ever. Reaches for the top. Slowly extracts.
Poke! Yes. Absolutely.
Which means we both get just covered in the detritus and the debris from the falling. And so poor Cal gets covered up from the debris, and this was where some of the chemical dyes were. So he now has Guy Fieri bleached blonde hair.
Oh, great.
Poor Sink has gets up and his face is covered in the singlet from earlier.
Still worth it, I think.
You see Darkness is just like at his head, like, why did I pick these guys?
Smells like a jock strap on here, yeah.
Oh no, that's my alternative dance outfit, apparently, according to the cat. Sorry, interpretive dance. My bad.
Interpretive dance? Is that more of your training?
Oh, by the way,
I have no idea.
By the way, Apollo, when you look at the desktop of your computer, it now suddenly has that your Twitch stream as a video file on your desktop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you also have an email for in now like that in your sent box from yourself. Oh, hello, we lost someone.
Yep, he's coming back.
Well, that was interesting.
There you go.
It was.
So your sent email now has like an email from yourself to a completely unknown email address with that file.
Okay.
Darkness looks at you like, oh, don't worry. I just emailed that to myself.
Oh. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I'll find out. I didn't get to watch it yet.
It's good.
Honestly, if you ask me, it's just a bunch of junk.
So,
we did at least get those fishing rods out of the closet.
Yes. What are we doing with fishing rods?
I have a theory, but what are we doing, Cal?
Well, what we're doing is we're down by the water in the warehouse district.
Yeah?
We're going to be fishing while we're casing the joint.
Nice. It's good cover.
All right. So, I take you guys head out for there then?
Gonna stop at old Briny's along the way because a good fish market will always have bait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in fact, he's surprised you're buying it, though. Because, doesn't pitch you as the fishing guy all that much.
I promised the cat I would take him fishing. And I don't think using him as bait is the best option.
You and that cat got a really interesting life, don't you?
You don't go on the internet much, do you, Brady?
No. I barely do anything on the internet.
Then we'll just go with yes.
Okay.
So, Apollo, knowing that this is the fish market, is loving on Briny at this point, trying to get just a little fish snack before we.
He looks at you and says, I can give you this if you pay for it.
You're gonna deny a poor, hungry kitten, Briny?
I know this cat, yes.
He also knows he sold me 2 whole soulfish earlier today.
Exactly.
He knows the cat's head.
Okay, the jig is up.
You'll be getting one past old Briny.
And Paul just hangs his head and kind of hops down.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
I will take, however, a round of fish tacos.
Nods and prepares some really good fish tacos for y'all.
There we go.
Walks
Got
back up to the car.
brownies.
Hands on the sink. Hands one to darkness. Hands one to squeezes the lime and then hands it to Apollo.
You just set it on the ground and Apollo starts eating it. There's not much handing it to it. Yep.
Cat.
He uses his hands sometimes.
It does.
Only when
Being a
using
cat.
only when using paw strats.
Yeah.
So.
Which, not gonna lie, every time I see that drawing, I think like it should be a T-shirt.
It really should.
They could work as one.
That really could be a T-shirt. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, I'll do that at some point. Yes.
Wee. Oh, I ordered 2 shirts out there.
3. I have 2 shirts.
3.
So, all right. So the docks don't have a lot of people fishing at this time of day, but you know,
Lucky for us.
right?
So Cal makes sure to find the dock closest to the warehouse they're casing.
Yep. So the warehouse you're casing is a 2-story building. It's not that large, and as I said, from the outside, it looks sort of run down. You know, as far as like the bricks are, you know, some are chipped here and there. It's not like the outside hasn't really been cleaned all that much. But as much as the building kind of looks abandoned, all the windows are well intact, and all of them like are blackened out to the point you can't see inside.
Quick thing I'd like to do.
What's that?
Since we are casing joint, I'd like to do Criminal Minds.
Sure, go ahead.
To assess situation. Okay, 13. Yikes. Okay.
So I forget what Criminal Mind does.
Oh, it allows me to ask more questions.
Okay.
So, first thing, though, is for assessing situation. There it is. 10 asks 2. I could ask 2 questions. Okay, so first question to ask is, what's the best way into this place?
Well, there's the front door. Nothing looks guarded per se, but there is also a when you go around to the side, there is one of those those basement door. You know those like wooden double door things that you pull
Like
up?
cellar doors?
Cellar doors, yeah. There's one of those.
Yeah.
It's looks like it's locked, but it's locked with like a chain around the doors with a padlock.
That's easily gotten through. Okay, what here is the biggest threat that we're seeing in the building?
Well, from where you're at, you can't really see anything. But from what Darkness told you, if it is true, you expect that there's going to be at least some people in there who don't want you there?
That makes sense. Alrighty, so yeah, I nudge Cal and kind of like make a mention about the cellar door. Like, might be one of our best ways.
Aye.
Darkness nods, like, that could be it. So, what do you guys do?
Do we see anybody else, like, out there near the building?
I mean, outside the building, not really. There are people outside, but, you know, they're not paying attention to you.
But they're not involved with the building
No.
itself, like they're not outside the building,
No,
gotcha.
no, they're just walking around and whatnot. But no, again, the windows are all darkened out to the point you can't really see anything going on inside there. If you walked up to the front door, however, you'd realize that it's not only locked, but locked pretty tightly.
I guess it's time for Apollo to be useful.
How long are we gonna wait?
So Apollo's going to climb up to the roof
Oh,
and assess the situation up there.
all right. Okay, so before you ask your questions, I'll tell you on the roof, You see, it's basically a typical roof, but there's something up here that is basically hidden from view from, like, you know, the ground level. There are definitely, like, more than, like, a normal amount of, like, satellite dishes up here. For an abandoned building, that would be a very weird thing to have. Also, there's a, clearly a, like, one of those ventilation shaft kind of things that you could fit down. No one else really could.
Well, I mean, now I don't have to assess the situation.
There you go.
So, what here can I use? What here can I use to covertly enter the building? Besides the, like...
From the roof? Well, let me see. There's, as I said, there's...
My guess is the ventilation shaft is going to make some noise when I fall down.
Yeah, you can tell that pretty quickly. From the roof, there is no, there doesn't appear to be an entrance, like, a roof entrance from the building. There is a fire escape to the side that seems to go down to the, like, second level, and then down to the first, but, it's one of those where, like, the first level staircases or ladders just kind of pulled up and locked, so it's not, like, right now it's not accessible, but you could actually, figure out a way to let that down and get people up to the second or even first floor windows.
All right. Oh, then that's what we're going to do. But I've got one more question.
Yep.
What here is the biggest threat?
Well, with the addition of the satellite dishes on the top of the roof, you get the feeling that this building is definitely going to have much more inside of it than just a blatant abandoned building is going to have. So clearly, whatever's inside is going to be your biggest threat.
Okay. So yeah, Apollo's going to slide down the fire escape and find a way to bust open the lock cannon.
Well,
To drop the.
when I say locked, it's kind of rusted and whatnot. So you can bat at it, and the ladder just kind of drops.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So the ladder kind of goes boom.
Here's Burke. I think we have our way in.
Well, you have a way to the roof anyway.
Are y'all coming?
Al's just sitting there fishing because he's got something on the line and he's pulling and reeling it in, and he pulls it in and he pulls with all his might and gets the thing thrown back. And the next comic panel we have is a very wet Apollo with a boot on his head.
Darkness looks back. Darkness, who has a fishing line next to you, who's not getting anything, like, watches this and looks at it and is like, how did you do that exactly?
I have a very important question.
What's up?
Darkness, is he, like, in full costume?
Oh, yeah.
Like, sitting on the dock fishing?
Yes.
That's not suspicious at all.
Does he at least have, like, a fishing hat on or something?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We know Cal made sure to dress him up like Fishing Bro from Breath of Fire.
Right.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide rolling.
Anyway.
So it looks like we have our way in.
Get this.
He comes, pulls the boot off of Apollo's head, and a small little minnow fish just drops out onto his nose.
Oh, he caught something.
Apollo does the whole shake, and he's just licking his fur angrily, trying to get the wet fur down.
We have no proof I caught anything now.
It was tasty. Do you have that hairdryer still?
I didn't bring a hairdryer for fishing.
You clearly never fished with us before.
I thought you were a big brain. I thought you were supposed to have everything.
I do. And the hairdryer has been co-opted into something else.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
Is it a grappling hook? Please say it's a grappling hook. I've always wanted to do a grappling hook.
Apollo, we've been over this. Just because you see the hairdryer in the picture in that one card game that we play doesn't mean I can turn it into a grappling hook. Besides, for some reason, you always want to play the guy that turns into the rhino.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I suppose we should be wandering slowly, one at a time, over to the path to the roof, because 4 of us going over there, especially, one who is very, conspicuous, stares directly at Apollo.
What? Alright, fine. So we'll do the old, count to 20?
I'm going to go put the fishing equipment back in the car. Which, by the way, the car has been cloaked just to look like this old beater at this point.
Nice. Alright, so... Y'all make it up to the roof one by one, then?
I suspect.
Okay. That's the plan, just taking care to not get caught.
Yep.
In fact, Sync will specifically walk in a different direction and, duck behind, a wall where, nobody's looking so he can teleport to the top of the roof. So that way it doesn't look like we're walking that way.
Darkness looks around, makes sure no one's watching, shoots chains out, just uses them to pull himself up to the top of the roof.
Apollo just takes the normal route because cat.
Right.
Cal takes a long walk around, ends up in the back alley, and finally climbs his way up the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you're all on the roof, now what?
So what was so great up here, by the way, Apollo?
Do you see all these satellite dishes?
Yeah? Oh! I get what you're thinking.
And there's an air vent here too.
But how are Cal and me gonna get out?
That's Cal's problem.
Oh, it's simple. Cal,
But it's an air vent.
Yeah. Cal goes over, unscrews the first screw, lowers it down so it's open, goes into his bag of tricks, pulls out clearly the color scheme that was the hairdryer, but is no longer the hairdryer.
Uh-huh.
And as was mentioned earlier, Cal's a chemist. So you're not entirely sure how he managed to whip this up, but he has turned the hairdryer into a mini camera drone.
I was not expecting that.
Well, he is always prepared.
I am always prepared. I would like everyone to meet, well, actually, before that, someone give me a hairdryer brand.
L'Oreal?
That shampoo.
They do hairdryer too, don't they? Well, there was a Macy's hairdryer once. But...
Revlon.
There you go.
Revlon.
There we
Okay,
go.
there we go.
Or Conair is probably more appropriate for us.
I like Conair.
I got the whole world in my hands. Yeah, I'd like everyone to meet Revlon 1.
Didn't Dyson make who makes the Roomba?
I have no idea.
Everything's just made by the people who make the Roombas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's whatever. One of those brains is fine.
Gotcha. So you made a spy drone. That's awesome.
Yeah, Roomba is an iRobot. So it's an
Huh.
Apple product, I think.
Oh.
All right. So what are you
But
doing?
yeah, we're just going to go with Revlon 1.
Okay.
All right. So what do you do with it?
He releases it down, and it's going to just
So how big is this?
float its way down the air. What's up?
How big is this thing?
Half the size of a hairdryer.
Okay. So what are you using to like watch the camera feed?
Was that his cell phone?
Okay. So
Good thinking.
it goes down.
It's also got the controls on the cell phone.
Right. So it goes down the vent, and when it finally comes out of the vent, it's coming to like a hallway. Yeah, you come into like a hallway. There's doors all over the place, whatnot, but like this looks more like an office building than a warehouse. And it's clear from the inside that this is being used because the inside's nice and clean and neat and even carpeted and whatnot. So this is clearly being used.
Fancy.
All right, I'm having the drone. I'm actually going to go ahead. At this point, I think I'm going to use the drone to assess the situation.
Okay. All right.
First not green number.
So, ask me your question.
What here inside the warehouse can I use to determine who they hire to do their cleaning? I love the look I just got for that oddly specific question.
It's like you were ready for it.
So, without going into one of the offices, but there is an open door, and you see a computer system in there, so you figure that there's got to be that information like on their computer system.
No, fair. I was hoping the drone would be able to catch some stuff on the camera and be like, yeah, like the business card or something like that.
But not of the people who clean it. No.
Yeah. I was trying to find a way to sneak in using the cleaning company.
Wait a second. Cal, you're trying to find a way to sneak in, right?
Yeah.
You have a drone that has a camera, right?
There's no USB ports on the drone.
No, but find a nice open space and I'll get us in there. Because I can see where I'm going.
Good point.
All right. So, you find a openish kind of area. It's got a couple sofas and a plant. A lamp.
Looks like a break room.
Yes.
I love Lamp.
He was a good character. I liked Radio, though. Alrighty, we going in this way?
Darkness looks at you like going in what way?
Oh, don't worry, you'll find out.
By the way, is Sync all black now, or is that late? What are you?
Well, we're on top of the roof. Yeah, he'll probably go into all black mode.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, looks like this is our stuff. Get close, guys. And then
Cal hits a button and goes cloak mode.
Sync does the thing where he opens a portal beneath him, opening a portal in that camera shot that he can see through the phone. And
All right, roll to unleash your powers.
sweet. One of the few things I'm good at is rolling low. Oh, sweet.
Dang it! I thought you were gonna. So anyway, okay, so you drop in through like your portal and you land out and darkness is around. Like, what? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. We learn new things every day.
Yes.
So we're in. Now what?
The darkness stands up, just kind of shakes. It's like, ow! I think I twisted my ankle doing that. I wasn't expecting the fall.
Right, stealth.
Alright, so from where you're at, nobody's heard you, like, nobody's at least apparently noticed any of you guys, but you definitely hear of movement coming from the floor beneath you.
You know, technically, we still have that camera drone. We could use it to check corners and stuff for us.
We could, but getting it close to people is a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
Also, he brings the drone down towards Apollo and hits the hairdryer function.
Thank you.
And then he goes and takes it. And then he hits a button, and it closes back up into a hairdryer, and he puts it in the bag. This is why you don't give me things like this.
It makes it so much more fun.
I know.
This thing's gonna look at darkness like, you know, you knew it was here. Do you know what floor it's on?
No. I just found a picture of it. Well, a video picture of it, but I don't know where it is.
Well, what do we do now?
Start looking in rooms. Look for one that's locked. Like, more than just a normal lock. Like, look for something that's got, like, a combo lock or something.
This thing's gonna kind of forward and start looking around like, there's nobody on this floor, right?
Not that you've noticed.
Right. Apollo,
Yeah?
you take point. If anybody sees you, they'll think you're just a cat.
Okay.
Cal's gonna look around. Does this place look like just an office, or does it look like a clean space where anyone who isn't like wearing proper clothing is gonna get called out?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. You're like, hey, if that's the case, a cat wandering around is a bad idea.
No.
Oh,
It's clean in so much as it's like, you know, for the outside looking in, like, you would never expect this to look like this. But no, it's not like a like, you know, full like body thing with the hair nets and whatnot. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
All right, so who does what?
Well, I think we're checking the doors, see what's locked, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, most of the office doors are locked, but they're all just normal, like, door locks and whatnot. But, if you go all the way... Apollo, are you just kind of padding around then? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
So, you'll notice one of these doors is locked with one of those, like, combination lock doorknob things. You know, you have to actually put in a thing.
Okay. So it's a combination door pad?
Yeah.
What type of combination pad?
Like one of those electric, like, punch the buttons.
Okay. So Apollo, having watched way too much YouTube videos,
I hope so.
Yes.
steals a magnet out of Cal's pack, runs up to it, and puts a magnet on the side, forcing it to unlock.
This one's actually made very well. It doesn't unlock that easily.
No, they never fixed this. Come on.
Cal looks at Apollo and goes, "My turn." Pulls out. This is something much more akin. He pulls out a chemistry kit.
Actually, like, Darkness puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I actually could probably crack that open unless you really wanted to do that.
Oh, I wanted to see him make it melt.
You could do that too.
What was it gonna make it? Was it gonna make it melt? He reaches in and just puts up some powder, and just takes a little bit of powder out, dusts it, and then just dusts the pad. What numbers have the most impressions on?
Oh.
Ooh.
So. So the numbers in numerical order, anyway, are 1, 3, 6, 7. Those are the ones that are not as. Those are the ones that have, like, fingerprints on them.
All right, and so now as Cal's looking, and you can make me roll whatever you need to for this, he's going to look at them, and statistically speaking, people are going to push lighter on the numbers further down in the sequence. So he's going to go from heaviest push to lightest push in his numbering order.
How are you figuring that one out?
When you go to push something, usually your finger is resting on the first number when you go to punch in your PIN code for your card. So the first one's going to be the heaviest push, and then subsequently each subsequent number is going to be lighter. He goes, and then he looks at Darkness. Or you can just know the numbers 1, 3, 6, 7 and try to extrapolate.
So give me a superior roll.
Straight superior?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to roll always prepare?
Oh, you could do that too. Yeah, let's make it official.
I mean, it's still a superior roll either way.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Just make it official. Okay, yeah, so you see in order it's 3, 1, 6, 7 from what you can tell.
Yeah. So he snaps on a glove. If this doesn't work, we're pooched. Boop, 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 boop.
So it pauses for a second, and then gives you like the little like red like three blinks like boop boop boop. It's just like it didn't accept the code.
Huh.
Darkness looks over. It's like, actually, this probably has 5 digits.
Oh, one of them's twice.
Would think it'd be
Fair enough.
Would think it'd be 3 since it's the one most pressed.
Right, but then figuring out where the 3 is on it.
Oh, it's a fun puzzle.
Well, if you gave me a few minutes, I might be able to figure. Now that I've got the numbers, it shouldn't be too long at all. But keep an eye out, would you? So,
Okay.
so Darkness kind of puts his hand on the lock and just kind of closes his eyes, and it starts like blinking, like the lights on it start blinking. It stops making noise pretty quickly though, as he's clearly concentrating on it. So it's gonna take him about 5 minutes. So what?
Jesus, forever.
So what are you guys doing during this 5 minutes?
Keeping a lookout for one.
Oh, Apollo's just knocking stuff off the desks.
So before he finishes, you guys hear what sounds like footsteps coming upstairs, and then like at the end of the opposite side of the hall from you guys. Like, if you guys are like in a spot where you wouldn't necessarily see you guys from there, but like down a hallway off to the side, you hear somebody walking towards you. But he's all the way to the other side of the building.
We gotta hurry up now and get in here.
Trying. So based on how loud the footsteps are and how long it took, Darkness said it was going to take him. If unabated, this guy's going to make it to you before he finishes.
No, he's not.
Apollo?
I got it.
Apollo is going to go run down the flight of stairs extremely quickly.
Hold on. Like, Sync was going to do something, I thought.
Oh, no. That's a better idea.
Okay.
Because I was just going to send him to the roof.
Oh. Works too. Alright, so, Apollo, you run past a human. Just, walking by, and he's got a suit on. Looks very official, and he sees you run past. And he just looks at this, like, he stops, looks back, and is like, why is there a cat here? Hey, who brought their cat to work?
So Apollo just obnoxiously starts meowing at the bottom of the stairs, just as loud as possible.
So, yeah, in doing
We have our distraction.
Yeah, in doing so, you get like 3 other beings to show up. Two of which are human. One of which is a hyena.
Oh, I have air today. So
Please
bad.
tell me the hyena's name is Ed.
No, but you know,
It's Edward. Everyone calls him Eddie.
right?
Yep.
So, and they're all like at least.
So now there's an audience. Apollo's just licking himself clean.
Well, it's not an audience because they're trying to grab you.
Oh, well, in that case, Apollo's jumping and clawing and scratching.
Okay.
This isn't going to go well, is it?
Probably not. What should I have you roll for this? Is this directly engaged? Maybe.
Probably directly
Yeah.
engaged.
It depends. Are they a threat?
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, yes, technically.
Yes. So roll to directly engage.
Oh, no!
So
Oh, I can't even help that.
you try to scratch and claw stop them from grabbing you, but one of them does in fact manage to get a hold of you, and he roughly throws you against the wall. Roll to take a powerful blow. 'Cause he doesn't know who you are.
Can I defend Apollo?
You're nowhere near him.
That wasn't the question I asked.
You're gonna have to explain how.
Because Cal is Cal, and please tell me no, just tell me no, but he installed an airbag in Apollo's collar.
No.
What?
He's activating
No.
remote.
Not gonna help.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
What the heck?
So,
That would hit somebody
Paul,
so
what are
hard.
you gonna do with your 9?
I'm going to struggle past, and I'm going to mark 2 conditions.
Okay.
And I'm already at 2.
Oh dear. Okay, so you get thrown up against the wall, whatnot, and so they're all kind of yelling like, "Whose cat is this? Stupid annoying thing!" You guys hear that, by the way?
He's buying us time. Sink is gonna sneak towards the stairwell so we can kind of peek around to see what's going on.
Yeah, Apollo's now on a ledge, hissing frantically, trying to come up with some solution for this.
Don't worry. How are we doing on the door?
It's now open.
Great. Sink's gonna give Apollo the thumbs up, and he's gonna open a portal underneath Apollo since he's hanging, so that Apollo can just fall in the portal and back up to us.
All right, cool. Roll to unleash your powers.
Okie doke.
Oh no.
Don't worry. Everything will go
No.
great.
No. I'm terrified.
Don't worry, you should be. Goodbye. Whee!
All right, so Apollo falls in.
Okay, so Apollo jumps into the hole, kind of wags his tail and does the whole little cartoon wave and falls down the hole.
Right.
And I immediately close the portal after he goes through and make my way back towards the door as quickly and silently as possible. With Apollo hopefully popping out nearby here,
Yep.
so.
All right, so the door's open, and you have four very confused people downstairs.
Who have no idea that we're upstairs.
As far as well, the cat came from upstairs, so
Right, but he certainly didn't leave upstairs.
no. But they're heading upstairs, but they don't know where upstairs, so you've got that going for you.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that room and shut the door.
Close the door.
Exactly. There you go.
Obviously, yes.
So inside this room, along with the computer terminal, is a very large closet, like a closet door. But this is not a closet door. It's basically a steel, like, vault type door. Somebody doesn't want anyone getting in there.
Darkness, I'm assuming you got this?
It's a vault.
He'll take too long.
It's
He'll take too long.
It's a vault, and it's
How does it swing open?
just like outwards.
Okay, so so Cal looks over, sees the hinges, goes over to the other side where the lock clearly is,
Mm-hmm.
and then pushes a couple buttons on his chemical gauntlets, and goes, "Not the way I expected to have to use this, but we're going for it." And he pulls a little thin wire out and stuffs it behind, so it's like spraying on the locking mechanism, and then he hits a button, and this is a steel vault door, you said, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
He's rusting it.
Okay. Roll to unleash your powers, I think. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, there's no way I can justify this for always prepared.
Didn't think so.
Call it a rust gun. It's
Plus,
fine.
haven't you already used 2 of those?
Oh yeah, you have to go back and restock.
Technically, although we didn't roll for the first one.
Well, yeah, but that was just because it was... I just let you have it, but yeah, whatever. Alright, so 7.
That works. I'm a little angry right now.
Okay. Why are you angry?
Because these sons of bitches have my hard drive that has my formula to save my brother.
Oh.
Right. So, you do this, and so what happens? So explain what happens after you rust out the...
Basically, I rust it, so basically at this point I just look and just go beep beep poof, and the latch unlocks and we just push the vault door open on the hinges.
There you go. So inside is, just there's a shelves and whatnot. There's some items in here. Looks like some document folders, other like videotapes and whatnot. And you definitely see, your surveillance camera hard drive with the date that the formula was stolen from you, sitting there. Get here.
Whoop, into the bag.
That was easy.
Also, after a few moments, because the vault door's been opened, a slightly loud alarm starts going off.
So should we just go now?
Get us out of here.
Getting out of here. Let's get back up to the roof so we can get back over to the car.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Teleporting us out.
Alright, roll
Teleporting us in.
and unleash your powers again.
Alright. Don't fail me now, Dice.
You've been
Yay!
doing well on that so far.
Yes, somehow.
Alright, so you open up your portal, and the three of all of you guys just jump through whatnot. You're on top of the roof, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, on the roof, if you look down, you will now notice that there are a couple of people who are now clearly tied to the building outside looking around like something's going on, and we're outside to make sure no one gets away.
Ha, suckers. We're already away. So now we just gotta get to the car, right? This is easy, right?
There's a reason we parked it a couple blocks away and walked.
So do we just get down and make a run for it?
No. you teleport us away.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. Make me do all the work.
All right.
Teleporting us back towards the block where we came from.
All right, one more time. Roll it for me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you keep hitting it, so it's not like it really matters.
Stop saying that, because you know what's going to happen when you... Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
as I said.
Okay, I teleport us back to the block that we parked the car at.
Mm-hmm.
So we can make our getaway. Like the cool bandits we are.
There you go. So, you guys are out, and you don't see anybody around the car.
Sweet, there's not even a boot on the car or anything.
You guys literally avoided every single thing I had planned out for that, which is fine. Whatever, works out.
Get in the car.
Get the
just
car.
to make it look good. Put the cat in the cat crate. And then drive away. The opposite direction of the warehouse.
Right. Dark is just sitting in his car. He's like, well, that was easy.
I mean, you say that, but Apollo got kind of banged up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good distraction, by the way.
Here we
Apollo's like, just kind of passes out in the.
Oh.
Dark just reaches over and scratches your head.
Apollo just lays there, doesn't move.
I mean, one of the things I did take from my sanctuary is there is healing equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically catnip and tuna fish.
The best kind of healing equipment.
Heck yeah! So
4 out of 5 cats approve.
So you guys make it back to your place unabated.
And the 5th one's secretly a dog.
Right. So you make it back to your place.
Woo! Alright, we got the hard drive. We didn't cause an international incident this time.
And now we'll get to see who stole it.
So Darkness looks over at you like, stole what exactly?
A very important formula.
Important formula.
Yes.
What's it do?
What did I intended to do, or what are they using it for?
Either.
I intended for it to heal. They're using it to harm.
Oh. That's unfortunate. I wonder how they knew about it.
That's what we're about to find out.
Didn't even check out to see who that company was.
Cal plugs in the hard drive, but has his gauntlet primed and ready.
The gauntlet primed already? Okay. So, it's the surveillance video, so it's got, like, all sorts of cameras on it and whatnot, especially the one pointed at your lab shed thing outside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's late at night, like, and it probably takes you, like, a bit to kind of watch through all of it, because nothing's happening. You see yourself leave the lab, go to bed, whatever, whatnot, but it's late at night, and you see two figures walk up to the door of the shed laboratory. And at first you can't quite make them out. But a third figure comes in, and him you can make out very, very quickly. Because on that footage is Dr. Hartford. And one of the other two people pulls out a key and unlocks your shed door. In doing so, the light from inside illuminates the person who's there. It's your parents. And that's where we're going to end this issue, I think.
Huh.
soon as you said key, I'm like, damn it, I love this so much.
It's a good little twist.
So, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For Norastia Champion Teach, I'm OPT Lawyer, and have a good evening. Bye, all.